So, hey everyone, I hope you're having a great weekend. And I don't know where you live or how it is there, but we just experienced more or less the first day of spring, which incidentally is my favorite season. So, for me, the weekend's already great. So, anyway, I hope you are having a great weekend as well. And without further ado, let's get started with the topic of today. And that topic is more or less about mindset, um, because I've over the past few weeks, months maybe, I see that when I go on social media or the mails I get, um, there are a lot of people worry a lot about how the world perceives them. Okay, how your immediate surroundings look at you in a way. And even people you don't really know, right? So you worry about some anonymous blogger who who comments on your posts or whatever. And if you want to be successful in business, um, my experience is that you really need to let go of some ideal situation, okay? Because things are changing constantly, and you have to adapt constantly. Um, and I found that once you start to worry about the fact, let's say you're 40 or 50 years old, um, that you worry about the image that you should have, like a house by the lake, two cars, 1.2 children, 3.2 dog, the average lifestyle. The thing is, things will come of their own accord. And I think, and I know from personal experience, which doesn't mean by any means that it's a guarantee, but through my experience, I found that by making real choices, um, making actual real choices and stick to them and just do the work, that kind of behavior will set you free. Okay. Another aspect of that kind of ties into that is that I see a lot of posts with, let's say, a Warren Buffett with some advice. Not most of the time it's not even Warren Buffett himself, but some other guy who took his image and put some quote that he may or may not have said on a nice image, and tries to cash in on that success more or less. But even if he would do that, or Elon Musk or whoever, if I take Warren Buffett as an example, and I'm not saying he didn't accomplish anything. He did, right? It's a brilliant man, a brilliant investor. There's nothing wrong with that man. The point is that when that man, Warren Buffett, was 15, his parents saved $6,000 for him. Now, in today's money, that's about $90,000. Okay. Now, I know a lot of people out there. I'm not saying he didn't do anything great, because he did, but it's not this self-made image that people have of that man. Okay. And I don't know where you grew up, but when I was 15, I did man. Nothing wrong with that man. But his dad owned an emerald mine or a diamond mine. At least, they had money. Okay, money was never an issue. Now, I've read somewhere that he had a terrible childhood, in the sense he was bullied and his dad was not a nice man. But having money, it helps you. It helps you have a better start in life. It's better to be rich and bullied than poor and bullied. Okay. And the fact that he could go to the best schools when he came of age, even though his dad was maybe terrible, he could travel the world. It gives you a different mindset. Okay. Again, when I was 16, I had a paper out and I just I was happy to go to trade school, right? Later on in life, I developed myself and started learning stuff. Um, but what I want you to take away from this is, there this whole image of people who are now successful and came from nothing. The people who actually have done that, it's less than 1%. If I have to think of someone, and it's not really in the business, it's more in the entertainment sector, um, I would say someone like Sylvester Stallone or Arnold Schwarzenegger. Okay, now a lot of people, when they look at these men, because of their accent and the way they speak, they have a certain judgmental, certain predisposition on how they think of these people. But you have to realize that both of these men, in their own way, they have made their own success. Okay, nothing was given. They, Arnold Schwarzenegger was born in Austria, in Graz, I think, and he was lifting weights and he did well, and he traveled to America, made it big there. It again. He even became governor. It's in one lifetime. It's just ridiculous. Okay. Now I'm not saying they never had help, but these men have pure drive. Another example, Oprah Winfrey. Okay. She also had a terrible start, but she didn't come from money. Now, what I want you to understand, and what I want you to take away from this, it's not so much that I don't want you to be inspired by these people. Okay, it's great to read about someone who had success, and if you read the stories and how they did it, it might inspire you to do something similar. I don't want to take anything away from that. But what I do want you to understand and realize is that these people, aside from being brilliant and all of that, they did have something called luck. Okay, you can be the smartest, toughest, strongest person in the world, but if you don't have the luck, if you don't get the opportunities at the right time, you won't make it. Now, those opportunities, those variables, if you will, these are things you have little control over. Okay. And what I want you to understand is that instead of trying to become a millionaire or aim for some success, try to find something. You don't even have to be passionate about it, okay? Because passion is like a two-edged knife, okay? On one hand, passion can make you stick with it even though it doesn't generate anything. But on the other hand, that same passion can cause you to pull on that dead horse, right? Something that will never work, but because you are passionate about it, you can't let it go, okay? So passion is, to me, it's a two-edged blade in this case. Now, what I think is that you need to pick something, and you need to find out everything you can about that. And I know we sell courses, but if Amazon is your thing, invest in a course, even if it's not our course, but invest in some knowledge, right? Then do the work. Just do the work. Start with $100. Try to make $120 with this stuff, okay? I found that too many people are looking for shortcuts or easy ways, or are looking for that next winning product, right? And life just doesn't work that way. The fact, if you look at like successful products and brands, it's just people working hard on something and hoping to high heaven that it works, okay? Now, I'm not saying that everything is luck, but without luck you won't get anywhere, okay? So instead of focusing on all these success stories and all these top of the pyramid type of people, you have to be realistic, okay, about where you are in life. Again, if you're I don't know, if you, let's say you're 50 years of age, and you have a terrible job, you get paid just as much as someone who's flipping burgers at the age of 20. You live in a terrible house, you don't have a nice car, maybe a broken marriage, whatever it is. Okay, these things can bring you down in and of themselves, but I found that, to grab back to how I started, I found that a lot of people get too strung up on the image where they want to be or where society tells them to be. Okay, do things at your own pace. There's, if you're 50 and you have done terrible, again, I think making a different choice will help you get ahead. Now another thing is all these behaviors, right? If you go on social media, you have like waking up at 5 a.m., uh, running a half a marathon before 10 a.m. Well, you can list all this stuff, okay? The point is that when you're just getting started, you generally you don't want to pile up all these little rules for yourself, okay? I found myself that when I got started, I didn't exercise a lot, I ate bad, I did all the things they tell you not to do. And I'm not saying you should do what I did, health-wise, but what I have found is once success came, I gradually started to live more consciously, okay? I started walking, I started exercising, started eating more healthy food. And in a way, I think that is true to most people, right? The moment success comes, you tend to amplify the things that make you feel good, okay? So the point is that you don't have to start as some perfect human being. There's no such thing, okay? For instance, I like blues music, okay? Now, if you listen to the life stories of most of these blues singers, they didn't run a half a marathon before 10 a.m. in the morning, okay? They drank a lot, they made terrible life choices, but they were good at one thing. And again, I'm not saying you should be an alcoholic or whatever, but I'm saying that you don't have to be this Mr. Even-keeled, perfect, or this Miss Barbie in order to attain success. You don't have to smile on every video you post out there to amplify success. You don't have to rent a car that you can't afford to amplify success. You don't have to rent a house to do that, right? The point is, ultimately, you need to be comfortable with who you are, first and foremost. Because the moment you let your impulses define your behavior, right? So if you have a lot of regret about things in life, and or maybe you lost a love, or you are in love, or all these positive and negative emotions, if you let them control you, then someone else out there will control your behavior by creating advertising or posting some quick get rich quick story, which often happens with Amazon FBA, to basically pull you in. Now, I do something different because I really want to help people get better, get a better life, get a skill set they never had before. Whatever it is, I want to have people basically have a better life after they met me, right? So, and I think most out there don't. And even though money is always the thing, the bottom line basically, I don't think that money should be your goal. Once that becomes a goal, you become blind. Okay, you become blind to whatever scheme someone is trying to sell you, and yeah, basically, the bottom line is accept where you are in life now. Try to improve one or two things. Don't try to, become Mr. Superman or Mr. Olympia. It's if you're 50 or 30 or whatever, it's not very likely that you're going to tick all the boxes anymore. Okay, when you're 20, it's still possible, but once you go beyond 30, certain behaviors have set in. You can change, but if you tackle all of your character faults or whatever you want to call them all at once, you will fail at all. So just try to pick one or two and try to improve on that. But you have to start from a place where you accept where you are in life and all your shortcomings that come with it. Okay, and once you have that, there's a certain rest and a certain foundation from which you can build. And honestly, without this, and it doesn't matter if it's FBA, affiliate marketing, or influencer type stuff, if you are not able to accept that, then again, you will end up being manipulated. Okay, and not everything is bad. It can be a cup of coffee or chocolate or whatever, right? It doesn't have to be anything big. But I think that you need to control your impulses in order to get ahead in business, right? So again, this is what I wanted to talk about this Sunday. I'm often very much inspired by posts on Instagram where people make these outrageous claims or stuff like that. So that's what this is based on. Okay, I see a lot of people portraying a lifestyle that people may want or a result people may want, but a result is a result. Okay, and it starts by making the right choices, and the right choices start by accepting yourself first and foremost. You can't have one without the other. So again, I hope this helped, and I'm not sure if there are any questions. I don't see anything. I haven't been that active in our group, but I'm going to check now if there's a question there. So hang on for a moment. Okay. No, I don't see any questions, so it's going to be a short Sunday talk today. Now what I want to, before I close off, I want to tell you that we're doing a free video series on research, and you can find them here on our channel. So please make sure you watch those, because I think they will definitely help you get to grips with how to start your research on Amazon, right? So with that out of the way, I do hope you found this little talk useful. I do try to keep things grounded. I'm not trying to make you believe something that is not going to happen or is not likely going to happen. So again, I hope you appreciate this, and if there's anything I can help you with, there's this, I think it's here. This is our website, owaleads.com. You can contact me through the chat, and you can even email me at martin@owaleads.com. But if you need any help, just let me know, and I will be happy to do so. All right? So enjoy what's left of your weekend, and I see you in the next video. Okay? Bye bye.